if you can give the record a spin, make us a couple of quid, we will make sure it gets to where it needs to go.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Of course, we've launched Christmas week here at Get Radio, so we're doing things a little bit more Christmassy, trying to sort of spread that festive cheer and the festive spirit as well. And we're definitely going to do that now with my next guest, John Houston from the Cornermen, of course, and South Moreton Boxing Club as well. John, good morning, mate.
Good morning, Rich. Thanks for having me on, mate.
Absolute pleasure. Now, before we get into kind of everything else and the kind of the reason that you're on and everything, we just had a quick conversation just before we came on air. You played somewhere pretty cool last night.
Yeah, I went to the Cavern in Liverpool. So it was brilliant. It was amazing. I've been hoping to go up there all year, and I realised I didn't have any Mondays left, so I went up and played a few tunes there last night. And and I was going to stay last night, so I was supposed to be in a hotel room, but like I said to you, I was so buzzing after the gig that I thought I'm not going to sleep, so I just jumped in the car and came back.
That is brilliant and amazing. And just how was it up there? I mean, obviously you were buzzing, so you drove back last night, but just sort of playing in such an iconic music venue up in Liverpool.
It was brilliant. I've got to say, I thought it'd be fantastic, and it was better than that. And people were so friendly. There was so much, just so cool. You know what I mean? Just so much fun. Met so many great people. People. That's the great thing. You can walk in there, people just start talking to you straight away. You know what I mean? And everybody's chatting to you before and after, and shouting out during. So
it's so funny. It's so funny because I went up there when I was choosing universities, and Liverpool was one of the universities that I was kind of looking at. Bear in mind, I'm a Man United fan as well, so I probably would not be welcome up there. But it was literally the friendliest, best, just the barman just came up to me, and we're in the student union, and he was just like, "What's your favourite Bond film?" And I was like, and we just had a half-hour conversation about that. Just from that, it's fantastic. Anyway, a great and wonderful place, and doing amazing things. Anyway, more to the point, Christmas. Now we're giving the Christmas record another spin. Just explain a little bit more about the Cornermen, about South Moreton Boxing Club, why you do it, and how important this Christmas single is.
So 2 years ago, we started the Cornermen support service, the Cornermen's mental health and suicide support service. We did a bit of crowdfunding. We started it on a wing and a prayer. We were just sort of didn't know whether it would get off the ground, didn't know what the reception would be. It's been fantastic. It's been a great story. We're 2 years in now. We're just converting from community interest company to full charity status. Amazing. We've got a board. We've got lots of people on board. Steve James, who does all the hard work. We're looking for other full-time support worker working here at the club, and we're looking for somebody else next year to expand as well. So that's been a great story and a great success. We've helped to support over 200 men in the local community in that time, and that number's growing all the time. So and the service is growing. So we're kind of established now, and that's brilliant. And I think, as I've told you before, Rich, when we were in the crowdfunding stage, we did a little open mic because I play a little bit of guitar. I announced we are the Cornermen. Everybody cheered, and I thought, oh God, it sounds like a great name for a band. So I formed a band with a couple of lads who are at the club, and we've just had some great fun with that. We've been going out. Well, obviously we're called the Cornermen. We played about 30 gigs in that time. I explained to people, we did main stage at Bunkfest. We're playing Underworld in Camden next week. Like I say, I was up in the Cavern last night, so we're having a bit of fun. And it just helps spread the word about the service. And, we write our own material. And so I've released 24 songs. They're all on Spotify in those 2 years. And one of those songs is the Christmas single, You Got Someone in Your Corner. We released it last year, and it was brilliant. You played it at Radio Oxford, played it, a few other places played it. But obviously with the thing about the Christmas single is you get another crack. Every year people are playing the same songs. So we thought we'd release it this year. This year, we're lucky enough to have a record company behind it as well. We've been signed to Plastic Head Distribution based in Wallingford. And so they're getting behind it. And they've said, we make about £200 a month from streaming. And they've said, look, whatever you make from streaming this month, we will double it. So, they're getting behind it. And we're going to donate the funds. Normally, all the funds go into the Cornermen support service.
Yep.
So we've raised, quite a few thousand for that. It helps a little bit to support the service. All the funds this time are going into the Toy Bank. We run the Oxfordshire Toy Bank. We've run it for 5 years. And it works really well with the Cornermen. So the Cornermen's been around for 2 years. The Oxfordshire Toy Bank's been around for 5 years. The Oxfordshire Toy Bank is for anybody in Oxfordshire. We collect new toys, and we've got a number of collection points around the place, and we distribute those to underprivileged children around Oxfordshire. Anybody can go onto the website and apply. When I say apply, all you need to do is put your name in, the kids' ages, and we will deliver a parcel of toys for you for Christmas. Anybody that's struggling at all, please get in touch. You're very welcome. So we've been doing that for a while. We also distribute through social services and food banks. We distribute about 5,000 toys every year. And the Cornermen, the guys who are in the Cornermen using the Cornermen service, help us to distribute the toys. So they're like our own little Santas. So we just give them bags and addresses, and they go out and deliver all these toys. And we've just found it works really well, because a lot of the people we have coming to the service, obviously they're struggling a bit. Otherwise you wouldn't try and access the mental health and suicide prevention service. And it's amazing the change in people when you give people that bit of responsibility and say, look, can you go and help this person? Can you're responsible for delivering these toys, for helping it. And people are just lift up into it. And it's like, right, great, I've got something to do. I'm really pleased, something that actually means something that matters. So that's the great thing about
the great thing about Christmas, isn't it? Like you just sort of touched on it, that it can be a really tough time of year, can't it? It can be very tough, and we've seen and spoken to lots of people that it could be a tough time of year. But actually, when you give that when you pass on that joy, that it's infectious.
Absolutely. And in a way, a lot of people are looking for meaning and purpose that come through the service. That's something's generally something catastrophic has happened in their life. All these life events that happen to. All of it can happen to all of us: divorce, redundancy, business failure, grief, loss, all those sort of things. Relationship breakdowns can happen, and it's amazing when you get something like not purposeful, so meaningful. Go and do this service for someone, and people absolutely bite your hand off, and they really perform. So it works well with the service. It kind of fits in nicely. And like I say, like you say, Christmas time, a lot of budgets are stretched. Like some people fall through the gaps. So hopefully we can help a bit with that. And the Christmas single and all the Cornermen music is now raising money. This month, it's all going to go to the toy bank.
That is fantastic. So that is brilliant news. And that it's just those little contributions, but making massive differences. And every time we've spoken, John, it's always been about that. It's just kind of being there and helping people, and those the great thing that you do. You yourself, you must get as an amazing feeling as playing at the Cavern last night, as to seeing and helping the people that you've helped as well. That must be the reason why you started the Cornermen, and the reason why you were here, and that must be an amazing feeling for you. You kind of, to be honest, there's so much work involved. You just get your head down and go for it. Especially at this time of year with toy bank, because you're thinking, right, I can't forget that. I can't forget, just get your head down and get on with it. And to be honest, I'll be absolutely honest with you, you get a little bit resentful is maybe the wrong word, but you're a bit like, I've got so much to do, and I've got so much to do, I've got so much to do, so much to do. And then, so you get a bit like, why am I taking this all on again? You can get a bit like that. And then you get one message or one phone call, and you get them every year. And oh my God, it's worth it 1,000-fold. It just absolutely melts your heart. And you think, we all get stressed. And sometimes when you get stressed, you kind of lose the vision of the purpose of why you're doing it. You just think, I'm stressed, I've got no time. I'd like to be sitting at home on the sofa watching the TV or something. And then you get a message like that, and you just think, that's why I do it. That is why. And it's just, the reward is fantastic. It's amazing. Brilliant stuff. So John, where can people find your music? Where can people kind of help with donation, with a toy bank and everything like that? Where's the best port of call for everyone listening now?
So oxfordshiretoybank.org is where you go to find out about the toy bank. And if you need any presents for Christmas, just get in touch and we'll sort that out. And the music is on Spotify or any of the major streaming platforms. Just search the Cornermen. The Christmas single is called "You Got Someone in Your Corner." And if you can stream it, all the money goes straight to Toy Bank. And so it really will help people this Christmas. We to be cliched, we want to be in people's corner this Christmas. So if you can help us out, that'd be fantastic. Give the song a spin, stick it on your Christmas playlist. It all does really make a difference. I'll tell you why it makes a massive difference as well, Rich, because we get a lot of toys, like I said, about 5,000 toys, which is brilliant. But a lot of people think, I'll buy a toy, I'll stick an extra one in the basket, and they chuck it in our collection baskets. But the money that we get, we tend to buy presents for the teenagers. A lot of whom are in care, we buy gift vouchers, and we also buy wrapping paper to give to the parents so they can wrap the presents. So the money is really important, because it's difficult to buy for teenagers. People don't think about the teenagers. A lot of them would otherwise get nothing. So if you can give the record a spin, make us a couple of quid, we will make sure it gets to where it needs to go.
Brilliant stuff. Well, I can't put it any better myself. We're going to give the record a spin now, and as John says, put it on your Christmas playlist and give it a few spins across December and beyond. Hey, why not?